Hey everybody, Andy Kvernen here with another Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. When I was in college, I worked construction, and I hadn't had much experience with construction before that. And fresh out of high school, I got a summer job working for a crew that did all kinds of different construction things. They did framing, they did cement pouring, shingling, roofing, all kinds of different things, even some finish work. And I ended up involved in a lot of these different things that I really had no clue about. And one morning, I was in a basement. We were getting ready to pour. We were throwing dirt around, and I just didn't know what I was doing. And my boss was kind of anxious, and you could tell he had a lot of things on his mind, stuff he wanted to get done. And I remember he told me I was supposed to do something, but I just didn't understand it. And he was off in the skid steer, and I was trying to do what he told me to do. And he came over and he got really upset with me because I wasn't doing it right. And I'll never forget, I wish you'd just be more clear and tell me what to do. And sometimes I think we have a notion of our relationship with God similar to how I experienced my boss in college. And he was a good guy. He just wasn't aware of some of those dynamics. But I think we project that onto our relationship with God. And I love how Jesus interacts with his disciples in a way that is everything that isn't. And I want to take you to a passage. It's a passage we referenced a lot in our study of Mark several years ago here at Cornerstone. And so perhaps it's a reminder for you, perhaps it's an introduction, but this is Mark 3:14, when Jesus is calling his disciples into ministry. He's calling them to do a job, but notice what happens in Mark 3:14. Notice what he says to them. It says, and he appointed, actually what Mark says about Jesus bringing them in. It says, and he appointed 12, whom he also named apostles, so that they might be with him, and he might send them out to preach and have authority to cast out demons. So, friends, when Jesus called the disciples, he didn't just tell them, here's the job I want you to do, now go and do it. No, he invited them to be with him, to follow him, to watch what he was doing for an extended period of time. And then when it came time for them to be sent, he sent them out with authority, having been with Jesus, having seen what he did, having learned from him. And friends, if you're longing for direction in life these days, you want to know, what is it that I'm supposed to do? May I encourage you to do what the apostles did, the disciples early on. Because you can be with Jesus like they were too. Certainly, we're not walking in Palestine with him on the shores of the Sea of Galilee, but we have his word. And as we interact with God and his word, as we spend time with him in prayer, in fellowship with other believers, we can get to know Jesus. We can see how he does things, and we can watch what he does, so that when it's time for us to be sent by him, we're ready. We're not ambiguous. We know these are the things of God. So today, maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're wondering, where do I throw the sand? What do I do here in this job? Be with Jesus. And as you're with him, be sent by him. And you can be sent with authority, even to do work that seems impossible, because he is with you. God bless you, friends. Have a great day. And Lord willing, we'll see you again on the Cornerstone Connection.